So how can I be doing that many martial arts and still practicing them all, right? It took me a long time to figure it out. Because at first I knew, a lot of stuff, and I just started to go, okay, I have to practice 10 forms a day. But when I left Master Ma, I had 100 forms. So it took me 10 days to do the whole thing once. And after longer than it should have taken, I started to realize I was really just upkeep and I wasn't getting much better. So I had to figure out a better method. So what I started to do is I started to look for similarities. Because all martial arts are dealing with the same things, right? We all have this flesh, we're all humans. So because of that, there's only so many ways the human body can move. There's principles involved. And all the martial arts have similar principles. Like pizza. Everything's pizza, we just put different toppings on it. The problem is that when we get the pizza, we're like, ooh, meat lovers pizza. We're not talking about the crust or the flour. But really, when it comes to our martial arts, that's the stuff that matters. The foundation. So what I started to do was hunt principles. And I started to try to figure out why forms were important. Why was I being taught all of these choreographed sequences? And I started to realize that there's a difference between the form and the skills it produces. Does that make sense? So if I'm doing a praying mantis form, and I look all praying mantis-y, why am I doing that? What does that translate to in actual skill later? It starts to be these types of force that I can create. Oh, so I get Tianjin, I can pluck really hard, and I've got this springy power in my legs. Oh, okay. So what ended up happening was I finally got taught a Fujibon supplemental training exercises. The weird, torturous things that the weird dude in the corner does while the rest of the class is doing something fun. And I realized those were the exercises that were building the skills directly. It wasn't a hidden thing anymore. It wasn't like, do your 1200 move mantis form and you'll be good at this eventually. It was like, do these 3 things. It'll make you good at this. You'll get those same skills. That's why they were reserved, right? They were secret. Because if you didn't trust somebody, you didn't give them the keys to the car, right? You go and say, go wash the car. And that's what teachers do, right? They give you candy instead of the real stuff. So how do I maintain everything? I practice with the bone forms. Like my practice looks kind of stupid, truthfully. If I do forms, it's usually for like cardio and for fun, because I like it. But if I'm actually trying to do stuff, then I'm just into Fujibon practice. That's like almost all I do now. So if I'm trying to get better at whatever Chen style, I'm doing the 100 Qigong, right? Or I'm drawing circles, not necessarily doing the entire form. Same thing, walk. Why do you think they walk so much? It's their Fujibon. They hid their Fujibon in plain sight. Then they just don't tell you how to do it. It's all right there. It's actually the whole art is inside a few exercises, the one we did today. And all of the arts have got these things in them. And some of them look completely unrelated. Like really, it's kind of hard at first to go, this builds that. But eventually, it starts to be more and more obvious that we actually have more similar from one art to another than different. I mean, I got to meet Shifu Neil Ripski, right? Southern praying mantis. Never met a southern mantis guy in my life. And all we sat on the couch and talked about was how we were the same. Hey, it's really cool how you guys do it like this, and I do it like this, and it's the same. How'd you build the skills? Oh, we did this. Oh, that's almost the exact same move we did. Makes sense. Totally divergent, different areas of China, everything. Human bodies need this skill. People arrive at the same ideas, right? So does that answer your question? Find the thing that is really the core. Find the theme inside of what you're training. Because there's a theme in everything. There really is. Especially if you do a system that has multiple forms. Usually it's like, why are there 3 forms instead of 1? There's a reason for that. Like that's what we're doing today. Bear and eagle fight for survival. Bear and eagle represent yin and yang. the bear closes, the eagle opens. So that entire form actually goes close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. That's how you know it when you get mixed up, actually. If you get lost, you go, what did I just do? I closed, okay, the next one's open. And it's just teaching your body how to do this. That's the theme. Many, many moves, just do this. 10 animal form, right? The one that has all the stuff in it. It's about change. Because it'll change your rhythms of opening and closing. It'll be like open, open, close, close, open, 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 close, open, open. Yeah, and it's just like this weird, crazy rhythm that's really hard to figure out, which breaks you of the previous rhythm that you just learned. You see? Chen style, Ilu, the Tai Chi form. Create root, create structure, be unmovable, be the mountain. Why is there cannon fist? Because you can't move. So you better learn how to move and punch suckers. So I gotta know how to move and I gotta know how to punch people, so I have to learn this other thing. Right? That's it. And bigger, more external systems have lots of forms. Some of them are secret forms. Probably a neat skill inside them. Some of them, very widespread, and then usually not told what's going on. I mean, how many times have you heard a teacher say, I'll do this for 20 years, you'll get it? Problem is not everybody gets it, even if they do it for 20 years. It's easier if you just start hunting it down yourself. That's a very long